A new poll out this morning shows a significant swing to the Tories over the past 10 days, a period that covered both Rishi Sunak's big net zero announcement and Labour rows over migration and Brexit. Rishi Sunak's big net zero announcement last week has been responded to warmly by voters, a new poll this afternoon suggests. Delta poll polled people from the 22nd to 25th, and saw a 4-point swing from Labour to the Tories compared to their last poll 10 days ago. Labour are down 3 points, with Mr Sunak's party rising 5 points. While Labour is still ahead of the Tories by 16 points, this is a significant swing in a short amount of time. The poll was of 1,507 adults from Great Britain, and found that both Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak were down 1 percentage point in their respective personal approval ratings. The period between Delta poll's figures today, and their last poll 10 days ago, covered a number of significant developments, including Mr Sunak's big net zero speech, and Sir Keir Starmer coming under fire for his new migrant policy and comments about Brexit. Tory MPs welcomed the poll, telling the Express it shows sensible, pragmatic and conservative approaches to policy will win us back the voters we need to succeed at the next general election. Red Wall Tory Brendan Clark-Smith said Mr Sunak's announcement last week went down incredibly well with his constituents who have been worried about the cost of net zero. He added, Keir Starmer has already demonstrated that he can't withstand scrutiny with his flip-flopping on immigration policy, and this is yet another prime example. Tory Deputy Chair Lee Anderson said, it comes as no surprise that the gap in the polls are narrowing after we are announcing policies that appeal to the British public. For those in any doubt Starmer will legalise illegal immigration, cozy up to his master Macron and drag us back into the EU in all but name. Philip Davies, a long-time net zero sceptic MP, said the poll comes as no surprise to me. The Prime Minister's common sense announcement on net zero has gone down very well with many of my constituents. The Prime Minister has shown he is pragmatic, has very sensible instincts, and that he is bold and brave enough to break the cosy consensus of the metropolitan elite. If the reports are right that he is prepared to do the same with HS2, which the public know is a ludicrous white elephant, then I would expect this poll trend to continue. Fellow net zero skeptic Craig McKinley said that while today's poll is still unfavourable to the Tories, it shows a marked narrowing on the back of more realistic commitments on net zero by the PM. Light being shone on Sir Keir's confused policies over asylum seekers and his obsession with close EU alignment, which he had, to date, managed to keep under wraps, are not going down well. My message to the PM is that voters rather like sound conservative policies, and we should never hold back in getting them heard. Voters are saying, more please. The summer is over and Sir Keir's flip-flops are ready for the bin. The polling period also covers a lot of negative coverage around Sir Keir Starmer's new pledges on Brexit and illegal migrants. Snap polls of Mr Sunak's net zero speech by YouGov showed public support for the decisions, not least the decision to delay a ban on the sale of new petrol and diesel cars to 2035. The move, which also covered recycling laws and the phasing out of gas boilers, was promoted as helping consumers during a cost of living crisis. It also put clear blue water between the Tories and Labour, with Rishi Sunak saying it is now up to Sir Keir Starmer to explain why he wants hard-pressed families to fork out upwards of £5,000, £10,000, £15,000.